What is up, everybody? We are back here with another recap, but this is not WHF. This is actually Punishers, my home clan as well, with my Town Hall 11 and my Town Hall 10 versus WHF's family clan, WHF2. This was a friendly war that we decided to put on, and we decided to do a no-dip war. As you can see, Punishers came away with a victory, 110 to 104. I got several hits here. I got 3 hog hits, I got a giant bow witch, and an electric dragon 12v12 in this recap. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to kick off this recap on number 24. This was performed by Donk on Beth, and we can see here this is a hog hit. So he comes in with a cold-blooded entry, meaning only 1 golem. So he decides to drop the balloon. I believe there's a Tesla out there. This base was already scouted. He drops the golem on the outside over there, kind of some wizards to tank a little bit, some giants as well to tank for the cannon and the wizard tower, and let this wall wrecker make its way as deep into the base as possible. Remember, the objective of when you're doing this hog type of hit is to pull the CC, kill the CC, and also kill the enemy queen. If you do not kill the enemy queen, you're going to be in trouble. He has no skeleton spell to get this enemy queen, so you want to get as much value as you possibly can in this push into the base. So as you take a look, remember, when you watch these type of raids, make sure you pause the video after the first section of, let's say, a kill squad, which is this case, is of the video of the entry is done. So I paused it. So you can see this little section out here is removed from that push. Now he kind of has an L formation remaining in this base. And now the hogs are meant to follow that defensive path. And then you just have heals leading into the splash damage areas like the wizard towers, the bomb towers, any giant bombs. So as long as you have the heals leading the way into those, you will look very, very good with these hog type hits. As you can see here, Donk pushing his way through. The queen, boulders, stay alive. Remove the top side as the hogs are coming around the back end and cleaning up. And then you also have to make sure you get your wizards or goblins or whatever you have in terms of cleanup down early so they can get it down, and then there will be enough time remaining in the space. It looks like there is a troll Tesla in the corner over there, so this base might have actually been a fresh hit. I'm not entirely sure. He just ran into a Tesla down there, because otherwise he probably would have dropped something for that Tesla. The queen ends up staying up, ends up getting healed back up to full health through that heal spell. But you can see here, we'll go ahead and do a ×2 here, that he didn't even need to drop that second poison. That second poison is meant for skeleton spells for the raid, but it turned out there might have just been air skelly, so the hogs did not need to worry. So this probably looked like it might have been a fresh hit here. And then he just kind of times on his side, cleans it up. Very, very nice hog hit here. The beautiful entry and beautiful deployment with the hogs. So the next one we're going to take a look as is another hog hit. So this was on number 22. Let's go here. This was done by Machiavelli. He comes in with another kind of hog, but this time he's got 2 golems to lead the charge into the space. What does he have to take out? He has to take out the queen, the CC, and as many splash buildings as possible, because you want those down if you're going to do a hog hit just like this. Remember, the wall wrecker comes directly on the opposite side of the town hall and goes straight for it. And so then this wrecker can then bust through anything that's in its way, and he does not have a freeze. So if you're pushing your way into a single target inferno, you usually want to bring a freeze. But this case, he didn't need a freeze because the single target inferno was far enough away, drops that poison on the CC, the wall wrecker makes it through the next layer of walls, drops the rage, out comes the boulders, king is moving his way. As you have to also think about, okay, you got to get that funnel down so that the king and queen get into this base. That's very, very important. You see, all this stuff is down around it, is down first, so that they had no choice but to go from this building into the middle of the space here. But let's go ahead and pause this and look. Well, he created this section. Then there is like a small little L again, right? You see it down here, and then it goes this way of defenses. So that's going to kind of be the path, either from the top side or from the bottom side that the hogs are going to path. You don't want to drop the hogs from here. No, that's bad. You want to drop the hogs at the edge of the push. And so this would have been the edge of the push going through the space just like this. Queen Pop's ability helps you going through. And as you see, as hogs are moving from here, they're going to get dropped and move from here. And they're just going to move in an L formation all together around the base, clearing it. And then you have heal spells leading the charge as you are moving through this base. He's going through bomb towers, he's going through wizard towers, and then there's also skellies that are being pulled. And he does have a poison for any of the skellies that do come and try to take out the hogs. As you can see, he's overwhelming the space. Beautiful deployment of the hogs, moving through, drops the final heal spell into the last section. There's probably might be a giant bomb in there. Who knows? Mortar shot is trying to fire out. There are some skellies up, but not enough. Let's go in ×2 through the rest of this. Takes down the final defenses, kill the skellies. Now it's just a matter of cleanup. Beautiful, beautiful hog hit here by Machiavelli. And yeah, very, very nice 10v10 hit. So the next one we're going to take a look at is another hog. So if you're a fan of hogs, we got them in this video here. So let's go ahead and take a look. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Let me know your feedback in the comments, volume levels, let me know anything, literally anything that comes to your mind, bring it up in the comments and I will make sure I will get to them. The next one is on number 12. So let's go ahead and take a look. This was done by Mikey and he came in on a Town Hall 11 with hogs. So it's kind of the same concept. You use some giants, some wizards, and let's say a baby dragon on one side to create a funnel, right? So this stuff is down, and then if you create another funnel on this side, you want to leave the stuff that you want to get into past, you want to leave it up. Then you take that down, Wall Wrecker is making its push into the base. Then the king has no other choice but to go into the base. So you create your funnel on the sides, and then they're stuck on this one, and they're moving straight into the base. The Wall Wrecker is continuing to make its push. He doesn't have a free spell. He's just going to try to overwhelm the push into the base. Pops the Warden ability so that the Wall Wrecker continue to make that push. So let's go ahead and take a look here. The Golem is moving his way through. The King is moving his way through. He needed to make a very, very deep push to get to this Queen. As you can see, he's doing just that. Getting to the enemy Queen is the key, is the objective. The Queen is now down. So let's go ahead and pause that. So the Queen is down. Remember, took out that section. What's left? Oh, there's like an L. There's like this way, and then these defenses this way. So that means you got to come at the edge of the push. In this case, the hogs are coming from right here. So he's going to make the hogs at the edge of that push, moving his way around, and then drop heal spells wherever there are bombs, wizard towers, and giant bombs. You see, the hogs are making their path. The Queen's clearing some stuff down below. Beautiful, beautiful entry, beautiful hog deployment. Has the heals leading into the next sections here. Beautiful job by Mikey. As you can see, he's got the cleanup down as well, making the push, because otherwise you can run into a time fail issue if you do not get that cleanup down, and he's doing just that. Wonderful job by Mikey. Drops that last heal, moving his way through. So you just kind of think. So whenever you watch raids, if you're watching videos, just pause it and try to identify where he's going to come in with hogs. Where are they going to come in with balloons? So if they come in with a little entry like that, pause it, and then you'll start to notice that attacks are multiple phases. If they're just like this, there's a one phase, a little break, and then there's another phase. There are some attacks that are like Bewitch that I'll be showing on the next hit that aren't phases, that are just straight up at the very beginning. Electro Dragons can be like straight up at the beginning, but if you see like hogs, balloons, those attacks are more in phases rather just kind of overwhelming the base at one time. So beautiful hit by Mikey here, getting the triple GG on the 11v11. The next one we're going to take a look as is on number 3, done by Adam. But let's go ahead and take a look at how Adam did this war. So this was done by his Town Hall 12 account. It was a fresh hit. Adam got a 12v12 6-pack, not only with his Town Hall 12, I think he did pick up a Town Hall 11v11 and another 11. So he picked up 2 11v11s in this war. Great job by Adam. Really, really good one. Let's go ahead and take a look at this fresh hit. So this one is not a phased attack. This is just going to overwhelm the base. These work well if you have no idea if it's a fresh hit, if you don't know kind of what to expect. So as you can see here, he's got 10 giants, a minion, 10 witches, 18 bowlers, and he's going to try to just overwhelm this base. So this one is not broken into sections. This is just gonna try to overwhelm the base at the start. So he's dropping the giants. The giants are gonna act as tanks moving through the space. Then he's gonna drop the witches behind and bowlers. So he's making sure he's creating the funnel down here. They're removing that. And then once the funnels are kind of created and you know that you're gonna go into the base, then he drops the wall wrecker, then he drops the queen, and then the king once he knows where the king's gonna go. He's probably gonna drop a jump right here to bring that king back into the middle. Let's go and take a look. He's got that warden. He's gonna drop the poison on the baby dragon. There you go. Town Hall is now activated. So he's probably gonna drop this jump, or is he gonna try to just rage through it? Pops that warden ability. So beautiful job on that warden ability to keep those boulders alive. Otherwise they would have died from that bomb. So in they go, drops a jump in the core, and then has the next jump to get through the final section here. Beautiful job by Adam to just try to overwhelm this. So this type of hit is called a giant bow witch or whatnot. It's just the skellies from the witches can be very overwhelming, especially in a fresh hit. Usually they are high percentage 2-star type hits, and they can definitely lead into 3 stars. So these don't have the multi-phase, multi-part attacks. This is just try to overwhelm it from the very start. But I find these type of hits really hard to control. The hog attack is a lot more controlled. You can get your kill squad in, then you can get the next layer, either like the hogs moving in a certain direction because of the kill squad entry. You can do the same thing with balloons. These ones can be a little difficult. If you were to do this hit 10 times, probably each one of these hits would be different each time. If you did the previous one like the hogs, they would probably be very, very similar each time. So it can be a flip of a coin with these, but they work really well on fresh hits. Don't get me wrong, they work really well on fresh hits to kind of just get high percentage 2 stars if that's what you need, but don't expect them to be the same type of hit all the time. What I recommend you do is cook up an army, do an FC like this, but just do it maybe 5 times and until you get that 3-star. Once you get the 3-star, try to do the exact same thing you did for the 3-star 5 times in a row and watch each raid. Each raid will be different because it's it's a variable for that type of hit. And the last one we're gonna watch here is done by CDG with the mass Electro Dragons on Timmy here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what he does and how he decides to hit this base. So if you watch my miner video that I released, you'll notice how I talked about having your heroes funnel on opposite side of the base. Well, in this case, CDG decided to do just that with Electro Dragons. So the queen walked on one side, and the queen's objective was to take out that air defense. If you can take out an air defense through this push, that can work really, really well. So now the king kind of removes some stuff to keep the Electric Dragons in the middle of this base. If they stay in the middle, they go from defense to defense, they are going to do really, really good. Just like miners, right? Pops that warden ability to save those balloons. That's the whole point of the warden ability, to get through that Giga Bomb. And Electric Dragons are just going to try to overwhelm the space. The king is providing great funneling. They stay in the middle of the space. Out comes the lava, so that's not good. Electric Dragons got stuck on it, so they'll have to take out the pups. But he is just overwhelming the space, as you can see here. He drops that freeze down below. Didn't really get too much value from it, but look how many Electric Dragons are still up in this raid. And you want to drop the rages next to high hit point buildings like storages or clan castles or expos, because if they hit that stuff and they skip, they can take down a lot of other defenses really quickly, because the other defenses around them are a lot weaker. So their chain lightning will do more damage to get through more stuff. So he drops the final freeze, and he just has too many Electric Dragons remaining, and he just overwhelms this. Beautiful job by CDG here, using the Electric Dragons to his advantage. Beautiful hit. Really, really loved it. So let's go ahead and ×2 through the rest of this. It's just a matter of cleanup. As you can see, the Electric Dragons are pushing their way through. It works really well if you have a condensed base. If it's a spread out base and there's a lot of tiles in between each defense, don't go with Electric Dragons. It can be very, very difficult. But let's go ahead and take a look at this final score here. It was 110 to 104. We did a no-dip style type of war. As you can see, we did clear all the Town Hall 12s. really, really good job. I am really impressed with our guys over in Punishers. We've come a long way, and it's amazing to see these results. So let me go ahead and bring up the final screen here. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, guys, please, you can share it, you can like it, you can subscribe, comment, and let me know your feedback. I am really enjoying making this stuff. I'm trying to come out on the daily with recaps or other type of kind of tutorial or kind of any videos out there. Just let me know if you want to see something in particular. I have a lot of video ideas to come, many great things. If you guys want to watch live, you're more than welcome to over on my Twitch channel. The links will be in the description, and you can come hang out. I stream every night, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, at least during the week. On the weekends, it can be earlier, and especially Sundays, it's usually earlier because of CWL. If you want to watch the live hits with WHF in the CWL invite, that's the time to come early in the day, probably around, I would say, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern is right around kind of the time we go live to cover that. But anyways, that's going to wrap up this video for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. You all have a wonderful night. CarbonFIn signing out. Peace.